Welcome back to the Virgo channel. My name is Laura if you're new to the channel, and I'm obviously going to do a general message for Virgo. Know that energy is fluid, roles could be reversed. Just interpret the message as it best resonates. Never force anything. And if you're new to my channel, again, I like to say this at every single beginning of reading because, you know, this is a shadow healing page. So if you're looking to heal the effects of trauma, you're looking to break karmic cycles, you're looking to find out what the imbalances are within your relationships and see how they play out, what you need to heal to help you evolve into the best version of yourself, and then this is the right channel for you. Do I look and see what's going to happen between you and your person? Yes. Do I look and see again what they feel, what they did do, what they're going to do? Yes, but those are like not really big focal points. The focal points on the reading are the healing because it gives you an opportunity to heal as well as shape shift your situation. See, you're the alchemist of your life, depending on what you do is what's going to manifest. Problem with karmic cycles is not really even karmic cycle is just being bound to a person or a situation or an experience for a certain amount of time. So that could be being stuck at a job that you feel like you have to work at. Maybe you're supporting like people, or you give, or you're going to school, whatever the situation is, it's like you have to work at a place, like you don't have an option. The same thing is when you get connected to a person. So sometimes people wind up with karmic mates where they are stuck in a trauma bond type of relationship. And this trauma bond, it winds up being a karmic contract. And that karmic contract is where you're bound to someone because of money, because of outside things like material things. So a lot of times we feel as if we can't get out of those situations, and we really can. It's that we're stuck in a limited perception of ourselves and we don't know what to do, but the answers are inside. A lot of times we don't act. And when I say inside, I mean the inside of us, the higher self. The higher self is the God part of self, and that's made of unconditional love. And it's difficult to find that space when we're in a place of anxiety. That's why it's good to tap into these type of readings to find out what you can do before they arise, because karmic cycles, they will repeat to turn into karmic loops if you don't learn the spiritual lesson. It's like that might look like you're on again, off again in a relationship, that you continually go back to something. So, like I said, karmic contracts are made to be broken, and they are learned to be, we can learn how to break them by seeing a different version of ourselves. And when we actually do that, we change the whole emotional vibration connection, because there has to be an element of body, mind, and spirit belief that is in conjunction to like what you're perceiving. I mean, that's how you're embodying it. We embody a feeling, and that makes us be able to manifest a situation. Problem is that when we go through experiences that keep us stuck in a place of lack and limitation, we then hold on to this fear, this energy of fear. And the only way to transmute the energy of fear is to actually recreate yourself, because you're actually locked into a perception of yourself that's limited. That's limited and keeping you stuck in a place of disempowerment. And over time, that's what conditions your nervous system. And if you stay in that space for long periods of time, you begin to get an overactive nervous system. So then you see things like immune disorders. You'll see anxiety, depression. you'll see thyroid disease. It's a root chakra issue. And the root chakra is that you're not connected to the physical world, your physical body, and spirit. And spirit is that higher self, and the higher self is God part of self. And that's the energy of the universe. The universe is ubiquitous. But we can only be in the space of that when we have peace of mind, when we are at ease. When we are not at ease, there turns to be disease. And the reason why is because, again, we have reconditioned our nervous system. And growing up in an environment can do that. Being in a relationship can do that. Being in a situation can do that for long periods of time. So it's important to learn that healing is not just about creating the awareness in your mind, but actually integrating the spiritual lessons. Otherwise, you'll be stuck. All right, now, I don't know why I channeled that. And don't know why. And someone might need to hear that. Now, if you want to enter into winning a free shadow reading with me, you need to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and write the word of the video in your comment bar. The word of the video is going to be spirit descending. Spirit descending. And I love this card. And you know why? Because wow, I don't know why I'm so itchy. Like, I love the word. I love spirit descending because the God part of self is the spirit part of ourself, the higher self. And when the spirit descends, it's actually grounding. It's actually where you're finding your process. It's where you are discovering your gifts. It's where you're able to connect deeply and profoundly to other people through what it is that you love. Because when we are on our path, we don't exactly know that that what we're doing is right. It's that we're being led intuitively, and it's an actual unfoldment process. So this is where you are, and it's actually influencing the reading. So you'd be like, well, I want to know about my person. Well, understand this would definitely influence your person because you're at a high vibration. So anyone that sees you thinks that you look good, thinks that you're doing really well, thinks that, that you're living your best life. So that's number one. You're also, again, embodying the energy of unconditional love because spirit is love. God is love. The universe is love. And the only way you can embody truthfully unconditional love all the time is by doing what you love. And so spirit descending means that you're doing that. And it's a real co-creation process with the universe. And the universe is bringing you people, situations, and experiences that are changing your mind and your heart. So as you are changing the way that you perceive yourself, other people are changing the way that they perceive you too. So it's a beautiful card. And so let's see what the hidden truths are. Like between you and your person, let's see if there are any hidden truths. Let's see whether your person treated you well, they didn't treat you well, because this is all about you right now. So I'm assuming that you are in separation from your person right now. So it's always great to find out what the hidden truths are. I wish I could share my good news with you. Feel like they're making changes too. It's like they're watching you from afar. They're being inspired by like what you are doing. And I feel like that when they think about you, they think that you're very classy, that you are very intelligent, that you are like no one else that they've ever met. And the reason why is because you're really invested in yourself, which is why you're looking good. And this is why spirit's descending, because you're in a place of unconditional love for yourself. And so I feel like your person, I think I told you too. I lost myself for a while. It was my fault, and I blame you. And I was gonna say, I feel like your person didn't treat you well. Felt like they they had feelings for you, but it was almost like they wouldn't let it develop. They wouldn't let, and that's what a lot of soulmates lately have been coming back, and whether they come back physically or come back on a mental level, and like exploring their connection with you is what I'm feeling lately. And it's almost like as if you were in connection with people that didn't treat you well. So everyone is kind of looking at your life and seeing how good your life looks, and they're looking at their life, and it's triggering them, is what I feel like. And that's why your person, I feel like, feels stupid, because they gaslighted you a lot. They played games a lot. And when you would question it, they would make it like you were the one that was crazy. Meanwhile, their life doesn't look good and your life looks good. So they're they're in a place of feeling um like they're not good enough, like you wouldn't take them back anyway. So they're like, we need to let each other go. And we need to let each other go, mainly because I don't really know how I can step up my game to you. Like, I know I can heal, and I know that I can be different, but I don't think you'll ever see me the same way. And I don't think, like, this person's a coward, is what I'm truly feeling. I'm feeling like they played a lot of games, and then instead of coming back and apologizing to be vulnerable, it's almost like easier for them to like go out and meet someone else. However, I feel like they don't feel that anyone is gonna even come close. And so there's also a sense that they don't feel like they can move forward. And the reason why is because how they treated you wasn't good, and they're not connecting to anyone. See, that's the thing. It's not, it's not just like when you meet the best, you can't go back to be with the rest. And that's not just a cheesy saying. It's like, it's almost like once you see something that's negative in a person, that's really negative, that just turns you off, that you can't unsee it. It's like, well, it's almost like this person had a taste of the best of the best. So it would, if it was an equivalent to like staying at a hotel, you was a 10-star hotel on like in Italy, in Rome, in Florence, on the like the most expensive uh Riviera, that had all the bells and whistles and everything that it was like your hearts could desire, but acting like you didn't really care about it. And now, like having to go and stay like at like a Days Inn, you know what I mean? Days Inn is okay. It's not, there's nothing wrong with the Days Inn. It has a pool, it has all the amenities, but it's that there's no bells and whistles. It's just a Days Inn. And now this person is having a problem because it's like they can't unsee or unfeel what they felt with you. Finding out the truth crushed me. And I feel like that they they thought that you were someone else. And it's like it crushed them in a way because it crushed their ego. It's like they felt that you were going to chase them. They felt like you really cared about them. They felt like they were important, but they were important to you. And the way that you're acting, and it's not that it's not warranted. So I realize, but this is why spiritual blocks a lot of times distort perceptions. It's like I'm feeling like your person wants to let you go because they are like, I don't think I could fix this. And my pride and my ego, instead of coming back and explaining and doing the right thing, I like to duplicate you instead. Find out somebody that's better. Find someone that's like you. They can't do it. So they're in a place of like, I can't find anyone. So maybe if I go and I apologize, maybe if I come and talk to you, like I'll be able to be released of whatever this is, this hold that I feel like you have on me. But it's like they don't feel like they could rise to your expectation, is what I'm feeling. Now, whether that's true or not, it means that they're not willing to put in the effort, regardless. Even if they're coming from a lower vibration, I just think they don't feel as if they feel, this person looks at everything from a very negative perception. And it's mainly because you are in the best energy. You are like just like feeding yourself. you're doing things for yourself. You're connecting to different people. You look different. Your energy is 100% different from when this person had you in their life. They didn't appreciate you. They acted like they were all that. So there's a sense that until they actually heal themselves, see, they're looking to heal this connection. They need to heal themselves. That's the irony of this connection. Because they feel like there's something wrong with them, where it's like, what's wrong with you is that you didn't put any effort in. Like you didn't value the relationship, and instead of apologizing and showing like being humble, you're like I said, trying to avoid it, trying to make excuses for it, trying to like make excuses on why it wouldn't work out. So it's again like and then like when they can't still like shut those emotions off, they shut them off through like drinking, through suppressing the emotion. So they don't want to heal. It's almost like the more that you step into your energy, the more it's freaking them out, where they're like, this is never going to work. It's like almost making them, they would be happier if you weren't doing well, so that they could then come in like and fix it and be like the hero, and that would help their ego. But coming back and just apologizing and taking ownership of how they treated you, they can't humble themselves, and they can't shut the emotion off either, because this is a divine connection, and you are being used to again awaken certain things, certain blocks, certain behaviorisms that are keeping this person that's connected to you from moving forward, from really healing and evolving. I mean, if they deal with stress and conflict and being vulnerable, I mean, just dealing with their emotions through suppressing their emotions, this would be a horrific type of relationship, especially while you're in your highest energy of all. It's almost like this person's a narcissist. And it's like, because the more, like I said, that you get better, the more that they, like, it triggers them. One more, which is no bounds. Yeah, they want you to like have like no boundaries up. They want to be able to utilize your energy for what they need you for. And it's not that they don't love, everybody loves, it's just the level of consciousness. And the level of consciousness for this person is low. And I say that because they're again not willing to surrender their ego. They'd rather avoid it, run from it. They know what they're doing. It's like, I want to numb the pain. I don't want to take ownership. I don't want to seem vulnerable. Only you have to bend for me. You have to do it for me. You have to, but you're not doing it. And so it's making them mad. It's making them, again, have a lot of different feelings. I should say, not just mad, because there is unconditional love there. So they almost feel like they're crazy. Like, when a person, when you have strong feelings to somebody, but they're doing everything like that's triggering. Well, this person is getting triggered by their own thoughts. And their own thoughts is that they know what they're supposed to do. They know even just to apologize, and they're saying that, like, even maybe if I just like apologize, I'd be able to move forward. I don't feel deserving, and it's affecting my levels of abundance and openness. And that's what I said, that person needs to healing themselves. It's not, it's you are the catalyst for that, for them to awaken that, because it's like they'd have to be different. They'd have to be different. Like this person who got crushed, you know why they got crushed? Because they had a perception of you in their mind. And that was not really who you were. That was somebody that was very doting and very sweet. And that was someone that was madly in love with them, that was going to like almost give up their life. And I feel like they've been in relationships like that before, but they always end horribly. And when they saw that you didn't do it, and I'm not saying that you didn't have feelings for this person, I feel like you gave the amount that you felt was warranted. And they felt that, and they felt like you shouldn't have had any boundaries up with them, that you just shouldn't forgiven them, and because you have trust issues, now I have trust issues. No, they had trust issues to begin with because they need healing. I'm awakening. I know more than I'm letting on. So like I said, I know that they knew what they were doing, but the situation is like, it's emotional because this relationship is a divine connection. This relationship could have made them step into the best version of themselves, to be honest with you. I mean, because look at the energy that you're in, and there is a soul connection. However, not to the point that you're going to abandon your path. So I'm feeling like this would have been a karmic relationship if you would have abandoned it. And maybe at one time you would have, and this is how much growth you've done, how much spiritual growth that you've done. And sometimes that happens. Sometimes, we get presented with a situation that we would have thought was so difficult to deal with a few years back, when meanwhile, who we are today, it's not as profound at all. It's really nothing, but we still need to go through the experience to transmute the situation so can embody that new level of consciousness, so we can become that vibration, so that we can, attract the right types of people. But it was still considered karmic. It's just that the person connected to you seems to be the one that is suffering, because they're awakening, and they're awakening to like what they did. And what they did is just one type of behavior that showed up within how they dealt with you, but they should display that behavior everywhere. Every time that there's a problem, anytime that there's stress, anytime there's confrontation, anytime they're called to step into who they're supposed to be, their true self, they escape. They fart out. That's what I heard. Like, it's like it's like they drink. They'll so come to their environment. You're supposed to, again, come to me. No, they were supposed to step it up. They were supposed to step it up. My ego is fragile to criticism and rejection. I've created walls to protect myself. And this is what I said. This is where they are. They don't want to heal. They don't want to do the work that they need to do, because it's like at this point, they're like, how you look too good. You look too good, and you're not going to take me back. But that's because, again, how they feel about themselves. They need the healing. They feel like you're not going to forgive them. They need to forgive themselves, and they need to do some shadow work. And then they can go out and pursue, who they want to pursue. Otherwise, they're going to keep on dating the same types of people that make them still play these little games. See, that's the irony. They play games because of the relationships that they create, which they're afraid of commitment, but they're the ones that set it up. And so, hopefully, this connection will teach your person, again, or not really your person, but the person that's connected to you, to be like, because of yourself, you keep losing out. Change. It's time to change. It's time to change instead of avoid and hide behind your ego. I'm going to leave that there, Virgo. Hope you resonated with this video. If you did, give me a like, comment, let me know what you think, and never forget to write the word of the video in your comment bar, and that's going to be spirit descending. And I'll talk to you guys all soon. Bye.